Oh, hello. Almost forgot I was supposed to be here. Hope you haven't had to wait too long. I was watching a YouTube video by the Laugh Factory all about aging. Some of it was really funny. I'll try to remember to put it in the links for you. Can't always count on that memory of mine to work though, and that's not a joke. One happy dude here welcoming you to Agerville, my hometown, where people live longer than average and seem to laugh a lot. Hear that? Wonder what's so funny. By the way, how do you feel about jokes that make fun of old people? Do these attempts at humor make aging stereotypes more rigid? Shouldn't we avoid laughing at those silly and ever-present senior moment jokes? Oh, come on. Don't we all need to chuckle a little more and stop taking our aging changes so seriously? What's your reaction when you hear a joke involving an older person? How about this one? Two old men were chatting at the senior center. One asked, "Isn't your 50th anniversary coming up soon?" "Yep," the other one said. "Any special plans?" his friend asked. "Well, for our 25th anniversary, I took my wife to Australia. I think for my 50th, I'll go pick her up." Did you laugh? Was it offensive? What about this one? An elderly couple were entertaining some friends they hadn't seen since high school days. One husband was reminiscing about their early marriage. "We were surprised to get blessed with a chubby, short little creature that had frizzy hair, scrunched up red face, fat bow legs, and no teeth." The friend said, "Oh, how nice. That must have been a cute little baby." The other one said, "No. Mary's mother came to live with us." Not sure about that one. Let's get some viewpoints from others and take a closer look at ageism. Then we'll see where humor intersects with it, positively or negatively. First, what is ageism? Here's a quote from the World Health Organization, WHO, on ageism. "Age is one of the first things we notice about other people. However, age is often used to categorize and divide people in ways that lead to harm, disadvantage, and injustice, and erode solidarity across generations. Ageism has far-reaching consequences for people's health, well-being, and human rights." This sounds pretty serious, not something to joke about. We often associate ageism with job discrimination. He or she's been around too long, needs to retire, can't keep up anymore. Or we hear people who are refused a job because they are too old. While laws are supposed to prevent ageism in employment, do they really? I suspect you can always hide the real reason for not hiring an ager. So aren't jokes about aging a form of ageism? If we make fun of loss of memory, sagging body parts, and loss of teeth, hearing, and sight, not to mention mobility, is it funny? I guess it depends on the nature of one's sense of humor and what makes you laugh. I think there's a real difference in the two jokes I told. One looks at the human condition of enduring a long marriage, and the other, the physical deterioration of the body. The second would be a stronger case of ageism, in my opinion. If you go online, you'll see as many websites featuring bad jokes as so-called good jokes. Even Reader's Digest has a listing for 175 bad jokes that you can't help but laugh at. Is it any wonder that jokes about old people are popular and usually not flattering? Bad jokes are considered funny. Many people love them and see no connection with harm through ageism. Can humor be funny and still be ageist? Many people think so, even those who fight against ageism. Ashton Applewhite, in the book This Chair Rocks, A Manifesto Against Ageism, states, quote, "Old jokes are inherently ageist, just like blonde jokes are inherently sexist. They all reinforce stereotypes," unquote. Does that mean old people's jokes are not funny? Applewhite maintains that both can be true, funny and ageist at the same time. Quote, "Can we laugh at them and still advocate against ageism? I think we can and should, if they're truly offensive and harmful," unquote. I like to include humor in the Ager Plus Learns Decade Challenge videos and lessons. I just plain enjoy laughing and believe it contributes to stress reduction and happiness as well as overall health. Many healthcare providers also think it contributes to longevity. I have no claims of being a humorist or endowed with any special creative funny bones, but I try. I also believe we need to laugh at ourselves frequently and even see humor in the seemingly unpleasant aspects of aging. I also believe we need to be serious about ageism and the damaging effect it can have on our lives. It's especially important in the workplace. Agers are working longer, well into their 70s and beyond. As long as they are willing and able to work, they should not be saddled with discriminatory roadblocks that prevent their success, whether open or hidden. But the reality is that ageism is not caused solely by humor. Humor may be used to make ageism more incalcitrant and damaging, and we need to avoid that. But humor can also help us all lighten up and enjoy the benefits of laughter, both psychologically and physically. We need to have some standards in our humor involving agers. One of mine is to keep my humor reasonably clean and not too naughty. To some people, jokes are either clean or funny. I believe they can be both, some of each without being offensive. I think humor using four-letter words is for the bar scene and Las Vegas stage. Definitely not for my channel. There's plenty out there for those who need it for a laugh. I use humor in this channel to brighten my day and hopefully yours, while not intending to harm others of any age. My basic approach is to encourage laughing at ourselves and our conditions, but not to make fun of others. Pointing a finger at an old person and laughing at them is not my type of humor. Laughing at myself and others like me is different. I do old man jokes, but not old woman jokes. Old women can do old woman jokes, but I won't. The reality of aging has humorous aspects. I use them if I think it's funny. I avoid demeaning, cruel, or insensitive humor that diminishes respect for the aging process. I'll continue to fight the destructive stereotyping of ageism, but I will also find some humor in the aging experience. It needs to be a nuanced and careful balance. I'll try my best to walk this tightrope without falling over the edge. Let me know if you think I am or am not successful. Oh, let me end with one I like. Talking over the back fence, two agers were trading stories of their younger days. Say, one said, is that a new hearing aid? Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about it, the other said. Great deal at Costco. Works just great. You hardly even know it's there. What kind is it? The neighbor asked, straining to look more closely at the side of his old friend's head. The other glanced at his watch. About 9:30. Going somewhere? Humpty here, wishing you a day of joy and laughter as we learn to get older and like it most of the time.